Previously at the Threefold warehouse.
The front is coming along fairly well. The framing is all finished, trusses, and then the subfloor will be going in. We are beginning to move, so it's chaos, but good chaos. A lot of insulation, which is good. All right, we did it.
We actually installed the little windows that are up top. The big windows we had professionally done, and we've had nothing but problems. They have been leaking.
Not watertight at all.
We are waiting for our electrical inspection.
I am excited to never have to go inside of this raceway again.
Gotta do some concrete grinding there and painting. We're doing that this week. Touch up some spots that we retaped.
We got the first of the lights hooked up.
The drywallers covered one of our outlets.
How's that possible?
That's a good question, but it happened. It is September 14th, 2023. It has been 2 years, 3 months since we started the warehouse. And Keenan and Joel were painting up here yesterday. We got the editing booths completed yesterday. Got the exit sign back in. We got 2 overheads in here. And, oh, I hear him.
Uh-oh, I'm guilty as charged.
Busted in the massage chair.
Just gonna get some sweet dreams.
Yeah, get some sweet dreams. We'll shut off the lights and play that baby music we love.
Yeah, if you play some lullaby.
Big day here at the warehouse. We had a robbery. So we've been rebuilding everything security-wise. You know, it's a situation where you hope you can get away with what you've got for however long, but we just happened to get hit, and I wish that we'd have had, 6 more months to actually execute the plan that was developed. But the good news is that plan had already been developed, so all we had to do was go out and execute it. And today, part of that plan was moving the server into here. Zach helped me load it up onto the scissor lift today. It's happening with him. Oh, he's angelic in this lighting. We are 1 level up. We're almost 2 levels up. Mission accomplished.
It only fell once.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Heck of a Tuesday. Everybody else is gone, which allowed me time to actually get this taken care of without worrying about, oh, I can't edit today. I can't, all this lost time. Also saved me from not having to come in on a weekend. Everybody else is on the state park shoot. Yay.
So when the drywallers did the taping, texturing, all that jazz, they didn't tape off very well, unfortunately. So we are left with that mess right there. So we needed to tape it all off, basically paint it again. I mean, the ceiling is obviously still looking good in a lot of places, but we have lots of touch up to do. So we're getting everything taped off. We're trying to get all the edges and corners caulked. Tedious process on top of obviously all the taping and plasticking we have to do. You can kind of see here. So this is kind of filled out, but fill the rest of this in with caulk and then get it painted. So
I hear Caleb doing an update upstairs. Maybe you can too.
Last big messy process of this build out, with the exception of the little bit of floor grinding we have left to do, but it's more so cleaning than anything.
So I said, maybe I'll do an update down here. This, I believe, is the last downstairs cable run. We'll have 1 drop that goes right here for our projector, and then we'll have another drop that goes into here that'll actually go through the floor for our desk pods up above. It's a big day. I'll show you something else that's kind of fun.
The second story this building has never had, that we know of. Woo! Yeah, baby. 3
lights here. Those are Zigbee. They are directly bound to the switch. For those of you that know Innovelli, I actually did the programming for the binding with those. So you can adjust the lights right from here. The rest of the cables will drop through there, like I said. Go downstairs, run across, and then some of them will just run up and over.
All right, update. It has been painted. Danny can confirm she was my spotter. She spot checked any spots I missed. Wait, you missed a spot right there. And we're done. So obviously everything looks sloppy because there's tape and plastic, but we finished the last little pieces as we ran out of our 10 gallons. I thought we'd have extra, thought that would be more than enough. It was not more than enough, but it was just the right amount. As you can see, it's still drying in this room. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Boom! So I pulled the tape right off here. Kind of looks nice. So this is what it looks like right now. We'll let it dry a little bit more before we pull off too much more. But happy with how it looks, and we're done with dry fall, which is very nice. I will be very excited to not keep getting paint in my eyes, and hopefully all the messy stuff's behind us. All these guys are out front right now, hopefully giving us a fix to our windows once and for all to prevent them from leaking any further. So painting is done, and we started taking the plastic off, and it is so rewarding to finally see all the work that you put in just to get to this point and finally kind of see the dream come true. Obviously plenty more to do, but just really nice clean lines. Everything looks really nice. Touch-up worked great. Tomorrow will be a big cleaning day. Get rid of all the plastic, through these windows out here, all the plastic on those. We can do more carpeting then. We can do some cleaning on this concrete and grinding to prep it for the concrete seal, which is great. Still working on all the cleanup from the painting yesterday. Keen was laying out some carpet, as you can tell, to try to figure out that pattern that we want to do and stuff. So Adam's been working on a number of things, but he's working in the server room currently.
Well, it's rack transfer day here. We're getting this stuff back up and pulling it out of here, so you have to excuse how insanely messy this all is. And I can actually undo these patches now because we're gonna go directly in. Yeah, this is, it's been a big process. So now we're gonna finish it up. Woohoo! It is just about 4 o'clock. So I've been here since 6:50 this morning. Got the rack pretty cleaned up. Everything is punched down. This is all nice and clean. Might reinstall LEDs back into here. This half of the building is done for this phase. I mean, we got to do another 2 access points. I have to wire up the card reader in the back. I'll have to wire up card reader in the median. I will do it's fun.
We got a big shipment, very big shipment, 5,000 pounds to be exact. This is our second order from our little factory that we like so much in China.
All the way across the world. This warehouse is worldwide.
They're actually the ones who supplied all these lovely black felt panels. Ordered, I think, 180 some panels from them before. Had them shipped here. Had a pretty good experience. Some of them were damaged, and it's just to be expected. You kind of account for some damaged goods on the journey, but we decided to order some more for the front. We got white, gray, and black. Now these boxes, these are new. We're pretty excited about these because these are pretty spendy if you buy them within the States, but they make these. They are the flat wood panels. They look really great. This is the light oak, but there's also smoked oak. It looks like a walnut. Some very sad looking base traps right now, but they're expanding. And these are the jumbo 1 foot by 1 foot ones, as you can see. That side will expand quite a bit. Carpet knife?
In your little pocket?
As a matter of fact, I do. So we're gonna unpackage those. We bought a bunch of sound tiles, base traps type things, small ones. Not entirely sure how or where we're gonna use those somehow in the sound booth. They were extremely cheap to buy from them, through them, and kind of bundle it into the shipment. So save some money that way. So far, the pieces, the boxes that we've opened have looked really, really good. All things considered, purchasing and buying process went very smooth. Today, so far, Joel has been getting started on the bathrooms. He went to get all the supplies this morning. So there you go. All the tiles, he's got everything ready to go. He actually just installed that new flange over there.
I've been working on getting carpeting done in here.
I've been working on some slats. I've been working on some security stuff. Adam has been, network stuff.
Oh wow, I didn't mean to install white outlets here. These were supposed to be black because we're putting in felt panel. Just like over there, we have no black outlet. And it turns out the drywallers just primed this.
And exciting news is we now have one wall completed. So we got the beautiful trim in. We actually trimmed it out with felt, and I think it turned out pretty nice. Feeling really good about that. We just need to put some the outlet covers and switch covers in there, but overall looking really good, looking clean.
Howdy.
We have the Christmas music playing today because we were blessed with a lovely snowstorm. That's right, in October. 9 some inches.
Why? Why did I choose to wait till today? It's windier than hell.
So it's a cozy day in the warehouse today.
It's cold.
And we are working on stuff. I just finished up the waterfall felt wall. Feels good about that. We got the desk in here. Test it out for size. Joel's been working on the tiling, which is going amazing. He's doing a great job. Looks beautiful. He's now started on the second room here. There he is. He has been working on this, doing an awesome job. Danny is upstairs in the server room painting. Zach has started working on the slat walls. So he's doing a great job. He's got 2 of them up in here. Keenan's been carpet master. He got this all done the last couple days. He did the conference, small conference here. And Adam's been working on network stuff, so.
Dropped a screw, so I had to get some hot water to melt the snow because I couldn't get underneath the ice. So now I gotta finish mounting these puppies. That's all the snow that fell off our roof. Yeah, just another day in North Dakota. This is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
We also did get all this painted, obviously, so you can tell that there's some nice clean black lines. I've been working on the audio stuff for the speakers that we installed. Always take pictures before sheetrock goes up. You just never know when you're gonna need to mount something in the wall, go in the wall. Having reference on where those studs are is so incredibly helpful, which we have in this space, thankfully. We learned with the first build out, but you can never take too many. We're gonna be in this darn space by the end of the year. Mark my words. Hopefully. This is a construction zone. But, really exciting stuff is happening. We're laying rubber, more rubber on the floors. Lights are getting hooked up. Bathroom tile is done. Actually, just needs some cleaning, but the grout is done. Looks amazing, and I have to point out the insanely perfect cuts Joel did here. And the lights on the second level are hooked up, so it looks really good right now. It's pretty cool to kind of see the space come together. Zach continues the felt battle. There's so much of it to do. You can tell he's been doing some work here. It's looking really good. Those are not easy cuts. He's been doing an awesome job. It's going really good. Danny's been doing a ton of painting. Just going to town. Painting all the nooks and crannies.
Yep.
Say it never ends.
It never ends.
There we go, got those lights up. And here's Keenan in Glue World. He's found a new technique. He is using a roller. So we're gonna be carpet gluing this down, and then we'll do carpet glue. We're gonna do the tiles themselves. That makes a big difference in footsteps and not hearing it below us. So I think it's gonna be really comfortable to be standing up in this area. We have lights for this section. We just need to clean them and hang them up. And that is about the extent of it. Looks like Adam is working on the sconces, the outdoor sconces. Front door. Awesome. That's all for today. We will have more to update, hopefully at some point. Tightening all the electrical up, hooking everything up, getting everything connected. So Keenan's been working on the rubber up here. The second floor is mostly covered. There's a lot of angles and spots to do, which makes things tricky and slow.
Joel and Keenan are working on the glass railing.
All right, so some of us are trying to figure out how to get this railing up. This is what we're working with. It's just a big mess. Trying to go through the ducting to get at them.
This is our dry fit.
Yeah. We want to do a wet fit later.
So the glass railing dry fit is in, it's done. Still some tweaking to do. We got the top piece to go on, and then we'll tighten everything down. We are finished with the grinding. We were doing the twister pads. Brings the surface to about a 200 grit. It is old concrete, so there's some, imperfections, some low spots.
He's the master scraper. And now we're gonna scrub, and he's gonna grind, and they're gonna that and this, and we did all of that and that.
But 200 is where we roughly want to be for optimal concrete seal. So that's what I've been doing. Danny's been helping with it, doing the edges. Sitting in a really good spot here. Upstairs looking great, carpet's in. Feels really comfortable because we have this rubber underlay, which makes a huge difference. So we actually swapped these out with a nice matte black one. Really happy with how those look. And then the kitchen flooring. Voila, we tried to kind of match the stairs. I think we did a pretty good job.
Transition piece worked beautifully. It's actually the same transition piece as the bathrooms. So the carpet to tile, this just happened to be the right size. This is floating a little bit. Once we get the trim, that'll kind of cinch it down. We actually did it and ran it all the way to this room as well. Joel did put some of the kitchen flooring there. We have to trim it out still, but as you can tell, there's kind of some of that trim I was talking about, which looks great. Again, we have touch-up to do, which is why you can still see some spots there. Some of it has been touched up, still have the caulk areas, whatnot. There's a lot of fans running right now because we're trying to get fresh air into the space with the concrete sealer. So, trying to flush the air out in here. And here, kind of a grand reveal of the sealed concrete. Looks pretty cool. It's a wet look. You know, you can kind of see some of the history of what was here, but we kind of like it. You know, it gives a character. Light switches. Adam's been doing a bunch of these, getting these installed. There's Adam. Hello. Howdy. So here we go. Again, more light switches. This is for the hallways. The bathrooms, we're just waiting on the countertops. So the cabinets have been installed. We even have the sinks and faucets ready to go.
When the construction company hides the switches behind there and you have to use motion activation, you end up pulling off the switch covers, sliding this behind, and hoping miraculously that you can make it fit.
It's functional. The doors, as you can see, the trim is done. Doors are looking great. We got these obviously black hinges, and then more security cameras. Be able to fully cover the space, just to cover our tails. Got another one up there. This hallway this week was a big focus. As you can tell, there's a lot of trim to do here. A lot of touch-up paint still to do. A lot of trim to do here. A lot of touch-up paint still to do. A lot of touch-up paint, a lot of touch-up paint. All the trim is in, which is great. The doors are in. These are not painted black yet. These are our commercial storefront doors, purchased for about $100, I think, for both of them. Commercial doors are ridiculously expensive. These doors would have been around probably $6,000 to $8,000 new. We were able to get them for a bargain. We did have to scavenge for some frames, which Joel was able to find. And we took all the glass out. We took all the pieces out. We are going to be repowder coating this stuff. It costs a couple $100, but it'll be well worth it considering the overall cost of these doors being super expensive. So we're still going to be saving a ton of money by doing it this way. So Joel has been cleaning them up, getting them ready for that. Fabricators Unlimited came. They got the countertops installed, as you can see. So today, Adam's working on the plumbing right now. We're having a little bit of a leaky issue with one of the drains. Zach is working on felt. We actually intended this gray felt originally for the furnace room, but ended up getting taped and textured. Still using it in the server room, some of it in the server room, so we have a bunch extra. And it, hey, Corncob TV, man.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Great. How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, tubers.
Here you go. Matches the gray walls that we painted it. There you can see the trim. And it does make a pretty big difference in terms of acoustics.
Hello.
I mean, wow, you just can't hear anything out there.
It's fabulous.
So yeah, we're really happy with that. Keenan is on his way to Lucas, Dakota Powder. He is picking up the doors and the frame. Really the final piece that's holding us up in terms of calling to get our final inspection done. And Joel's finishing this beauty that he's been working on.
Wait a minute. A hidden door. What?
The conference cabinets have been installed. Waiting on the countertops, obviously. But they are mounted into the wall. Really looking forward to the final inspection, as yeah, that'll be a pretty big momentous day, something we've all been working really hard towards. It'll be really satisfying to be able to finally work in this space on the stuff we actually get paid to do, and not the general construction stuff that we do not get paid to do. With these final stages, there's just been so many kind of final little housekeeping items that we've had to pin up and finalize. We did this trim along the edge. You can see that corner over there. Yeah, you just kind of have to figure out what's left and just kind of keep hammering out these small little items to just take it to the finish line.
We got curtains.
We're feeling really confident that we can be done with this space by the end of the year, which was always the goal.
The sound booth was really the last kind of piece of the puzzle. That was the one that was the hardest to prioritize for us, just because it was one of the less used spaces. When we do use it, it's an incredibly useful space. We knew it was going to require a ton of work on our end, just because building a sound booth with multiple walls and sound deadening, it takes so much more time than just a regular room. Built up the bottom floating floor, we built the double walls.
We're doing the vinyl mass. It's up. Next will be sheetrock next week, and then we can finally put in the felt, rubber base straps, the carpet. All right, Joel, this is an update for you. We did get the door in. Fits beautifully. You did an amazing job installing it. And I'm working over here on this nightmare cut. We'll see if I can get it accomplished.
So the sound booth really is just in a final state, thankfully. There's always small details that we have ideas for the future, but thankfully it's in a usable, completed, finished state. Excited to start using. Another one of the last rooms to be completed was the server room. So this is it's actually a room within a room. Great thing with this space is that it's a really small contained space for our server. Having that separate room really allows us to keep it climate controlled, keep the sound down. The third thing would be keeping it more secure too.
Good.
3, 2, 1.
Here's the moment of truth. There it is. There it is! Oh!
Wow, you can just feel the air shooting out of that thing.
Wow.
We are finally there. We have reached the finish line. We can finally start working and operating in these spaces. And things like the kitchenette, which we've kind of been somewhat without for a while, is now fully operational and functional. We have a awesome kitchen space, eating space that we can have lunches in. We have our small conference, our big conference rooms, where we can meet as a team, go over creative ideas and concepts and meet with clients. And our general workspaces like our editing suite and the editing bays, they're complete, they're operational, and even the big open workspace, as well as kind of some of the storage. And we're just loving using it so far. It just feels really good to be back in a state of normalcy for once, after 2.5 long years of kind of being in disarray a little bit. There has been a massive amount of work to get us to our deadline. It's kind of felt like this far off, distant goal that was never going to come. So it's really cool to finally see it here. There's been so many details, so many little things that have been worked on that we didn't document. So much work that our team has put in to make this dream a reality. So we are just beyond excited to operate in it and share it with people, and more than anything, share it and celebrate with the open house that we have coming up, which was our big deadline, which we did make, thankfully. I think it's such an important thing to have when you have a hard deadline like that, where you have hundreds of people coming in to see the space. It really forces you to get everything done that you need to and get it in a really presentable state, because I think sometimes it's so easy to get things to 95% and then that last 5% just linger forever. But when you have something like an open house, it kind of forces you to really push it to that 100%. And yeah, we're excited to share it with friends and family and be able to actually just use the space and not work on it. So that's where we currently are at. We are, again, beyond excited to be done with this and start using the space to its full potential.
I'm so proud of us.
Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for those of you who have showed interest, have engaged with these videos, enjoy these warehouse build series. We certainly enjoy going back and seeing all the work that we put into it. It's kind of a fun way to preserve all the work that went into it. With that, I'll end the video here. If you enjoy the video, hit subscribe and stay tuned for the studio tours that we have coming out in the future.
This warehouse is worldwide. This warehouse is worldwide.